Hi, welcome to Grammar for Morons. I'm your teacher, Jack. What I'm gonna be talking about today is quotation marks. Use quotation marks to repeat the exact words of someone else. I will kill you, he said with a weird voice. That was an example. Then you would put quotation marks. Just on the phrase, not that he said part. You don't use quotations in indirect quotation. What quotation marks, I mean. What that means is that if you say like, the teacher said to clean your desks, you don't put quotation marks because it's not the exact words she said, it's just the purpose of her phrase. You also use quotation marks to indicate titles of books, movies, whatever. Titles of things like poems, novels, and other stuff. He was watching Pokemon the movie when the phone started to ring. Use a single quotation mark to enclose a quotation within a quotation. And I know this may sound a bit weird, but it's true. You can have a quotation inside another quotation. She was screaming, he said, clean your room, but I won't clean it. And she was angry. I mean, you have two quotations for what she said, and what she said the other person said is with one quotation. It's kind of hard to follow, I know. Now, for punctuation with quotation marks, notice that it almost always takes a comma before the quotation marks when you have the verb to say, like my grandfather said, comma, open the quotation, eat your meatloaf, and end the quotation, then that's it. With a phrase that could be inside another phrase, use a colon. A colon is the two dots, you know, there's one there, that's a colon. His favorite quote from any video games ever was from the video games Tales of Symphonia. Courage is the magic that turns dreams into reality.
Courage is the magic that turns dreams into reality.
When it's a question, if the quoted sentence itself is the question, then you can put the question mark inside the quotation. But if the quoted phrase itself isn't a question, then you put it outside the question mark. Meaning, just like this. And know that one is enough. Like if you ask a question, but inside there is another question, do not put two question marks. It doesn't work that way. When you write about silent speech, that is when a character speaks to himself, you get to choose. There's no particular rules. It's if you prefer putting quotation marks, it's your choice, but you don't really have to. I should probably call the police, he said to himself. Do not use quotation marks to emphasize a word. If you want to do that, to put the emphasis on one word, you will underline it or put it in it or use italics or whatever, but never quotation marks. This will just make believe people that you are meaning something else with your word. Like for instance, I don't know, fresh fish or real plastic surgeon. It just like makes you think of sarcasm more than anything. So you shouldn't do this. Like you may see this in a grocery store, but it's wrong. That's it for today, guys. Remember, I'm your teacher, Jack, and this was Grammar for Morons. If you want any more grammar tips, just Google it, because I'm not a real teacher. Sorry.